ACI 1948 here. We just picked up a lathe here, and it's called a turret lathe. That's about all the more I know about, to be honest, because there's no model on it, and as you can see, there's no tags anywhere. Well, there's this tag, Farness, for the forward reverse switch. My uncle is who I got this from. He said he had it running, but the belt is broken. He used a timing belt, kind of spliced it together and made it work. So I'm going to see about finding a belt for it, because everything seems to move freely on it. Motor and everything back there. It's got a big motor on it, which you would expect for a metal lathe. And it has a water pump, which the previous owner, the original owner, owned a machine shop, and he always apparently made stuff to his liking, his specifications, how he wanted it to work. Well, I guess when you're a machinist, you can do that. So I'd say the water tank was probably down there, and then you got going to the pump. You had a belt going from here to the pump to run off the motor, and then he must have had a shut-off valve or something, because they'd constantly flow water. But came up here, and then I guess he would have had a nozzle to spray on whatever he was doing. Well, Uncle was saying he was making little whistles, like, I guess, air-powered or steam whistle sort of deals was the last thing that that guy had it set up to do. But, of course, it has nothing in the chucks right now. Not exactly sure what these are for. Like I say, I haven't messed with a metal lathe since high school, and it wasn't like this. It was a normal. It just had one of these on it, and your what do you call it? Your tail end? No, I can't think of the name of it. But on the back there. So this is a little bit different. It's kind of made to where you put the piece in and you basically cycle this through. You get to the end, you go back, and then it clicks into the next one, and you set it in. It does whatever it needs to do. It hits a stopping point, which I'm guessing is controlled by the distance of these rods. See, like that one wants to let it go way forward. And then it'll come back, and then it'll click into the next. But that all seems to work good. Biggest issue with this, which I think if I just found another one of these that would fit onto this rail, I think I'd be in business. Because the teeth are here, but the controller like this that controls this part moving up and down is missing, and you see it looks like it's been broken off. So I think my best bet might be to just find another base like this, but it's all got to fit up with it, because I do want to set it up to use at some point. This thing definitely got some age on it. I'd love to I'm guessing 30s, because a lot of the other stuff that my dad basically helped, or kind of bought a machine shop out from the guy, or bought his machine shop out, the original owner of this, and a bunch of old stuff. He's got an old mill and older lathes like this, and stuff like that. And that guy built his own stuff and did, I guess, custom orders for people. If they needed something built, he'd build it for them, sort of deal. But I just wish there was a tag. I don't know what this little guy is for. I thought maybe it was a brake of some sort, or a reverser doesn't make sense because you got forward and reverse. So I'm not exactly sure. And then there's this piece here. And again, it kind of comes down and disappears. So I'm not exactly sure what that actually does either. So, all sorts of mysteries. See, here's another thing that moves. Oh, that's connected to this, isn't it? don't know, I'm gonna have to play with it, but if anybody knows or recognizes what type this might be, that'd be great, because I am a little curious. But it's definitely, I have a lot to do. We actually just took this to my uncle. There was another metal lathe in here that was a LeBond, and it was basically from here to here long, and it it was a pain. We basically took an engine lift on each end of it, and we can use this one for example, how to move it. Put an engine lift on the heavy end, and then that tractor over there picked up the lighter end. They're both heavy, but picked it up, took the base off of it, the feet on it were a whole different deal. This one had like a big casting with the door on it, but there were like 3 screws up here, and I think another 3 screws up under this, and there was a tray like this, but it was bigger, and basically picked this piece up off, slid that and that out, and then we backed a trailer underneath it and set it on the trailer. Then we got, I don't know where that bar is, yeah, took this bar did a lot of the moving, and basically got it up under it, just inched it along. A little bit easier than that. That's not set up for it. Another interesting thing on that lathe, there was a little, like I say, the base was different. It came down to basically the floor, and then there was like a notch in it, and that notch was designed where you could basically put one of these in there, and you just, you just inch it along, and we moved it a good distance to get it where my uncle wanted it in his shed. So, yeah. Alright, well, I think we've gone over this fairly well. I'm going to say this was an addition too, because my dad actually has a big press that the guy owned, and I think there were 2 of these on there. So I'd say this is an addition too. I wouldn't pay too much mind to it, but you never know. And it's possible this was never, like my dad was saying, this could have never been a turret lathe. It could have just been a normal one that he converted over. I don't know what the conversion really is. It looks like this piece is slightly used. Like I say, I'm new to this, and I really haven't used a lathe since high school. So, it was fun to use though. Like to find a mill too, but one thing at a time. I got a long way to go before I'd like to get this up and going first. But a more conventional mill. The one my dad has, I know I said earlier Dad's got one, but it's a vertical horizontal mill, and it's a big unit. I want something more like a Bridgeport. I want to get one, but just to play with, you got to have your toys. Like I don't have enough toys, or enough work. But all right, I hope the wind didn't kill this video out. But all right, I'll see you next video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.